Hey everyone, Coach Aldiro here, and I want to talk to you about 7 ways to increase the chances of your playing time. So our first way is the 3 E's. Do you have the 3 E's? That's energy, effort, and enthusiasm. Now remember, these 7 have nothing to do with how skilled of a basketball player you are. I'm talking about increase the chances of you going in the game instantly based on these 7 ways. I'm not going to guarantee you more playing time. Obviously, I don't know the situation. I don't know the coach. But I'm going to tell you right now, these will drastically increase your chances of going in the game, even if you are the worst skilled player on your team. So, do you have energy? Energy is contagious. Everyone knows that person that comes into the room and is an energy drainer. And then you have those people that lift the room up. They bring the energy to the room. You've got to bring it. You can't take away. If you take away, that's going to really hurt your chances. Effort. Effort is worth the price of admission. If you're not giving your full effort, your chances are very slim of getting in that game. If you bring that effort all the time, whether it's practice, the game, even if your coach is just talking to the team, you show eye contact, that falls into effort. If you bring that effort, that's going to really help you. Also, enthusiasm. Now, obviously, these all tie in together, but you need all 3 of these. Enthusiasm. Are you enthusiastic about the game? Are you enthusiastic during practice? Do you clap for other people, right? Do you high five other people? It all ties in together, but these 3 E's, these are super, super key to helping the chances of you getting more playing time. Number 2, are you coachable? You must be coachable. Coaches want to play people who are coachable. Now think about it. You always got to think about it from the coach's point of view. If I can't talk to you as a coach, do I really want to play you? Probably not, because you don't accept my critique. And you might say, well, it's tough to be critiqued, but that's what you signed up for. The coach's job is to make the team better. So you must be coachable. You got to make that eye contact. You got to let them know that you understand. Also, ask questions, right? That falls into coachability. Do you want to learn? Are you a student of the game? Or do you roll your eyes? Do you not look at the coach when they're talking? Do you just say, yeah? Are you always coachable, right? Are you coachable only in the good moments? Because everybody can be coachable in the good moments. Are you coachable in the bad moments, when you're not playing well, when you just missed 5 shots in a row, when you just had a turnover? Can you compose yourself and accept that coaching? So you've got to be coachable. Number 3, what's your body language, right? And again, all of these kind of tie in together, and they all kind of fall under the realm of attitude, but I want to break them down into smaller parts. Are you here? Does anybody want to be around this person, right? Are you up here? Your chest is up, you're enthusiastic, right? Falls into that category too. Body language matters. Do you make a mistake and instantly do this? Do you put your palms to the sky every time you don't get a call? Your body language matters. And your facial expressions fall into the body language category. Coaches cannot stand when a player has this mopey face on. Nobody wants to be around that person. That's not just in basketball, that's in life, right? Do you have great body language? Do you smile? Do you pout? If you're going to pout, guess what? You're going to find yourself sitting down longer. You're going to find yourself coming out of the game easier. Nobody wants to see you pout. Nobody wants to see you have poor body language. You've got to be able to check yourself and check your body language. Video yourself. And now there's so many apps that teams have where you can watch yourself. How do you walk off the court? Do you high five the person? Do you high five the bench? Your body language matters. Next, are you accountable? Accountability matters. So number 4 is all about, do you accept responsibility or do you play the blame game? If you have a bad pass, do you always blame that person? Or could it have been your fault? Do you go up to that person and high five them and say, hey, that was a bad pass. I'm going to do better. When you miss a shot, do you blame the sweat on your hands? Oh, this ball isn't very good. Oh, that person yelled at me in the stands. The coach told me to stand here and I don't like this spot when I'm shooting, right? Make everything your fault, because if everything's your fault and you hold yourself accountable, you can change that. If everything is everyone else, if it's the ref, if it's your teammate, if it's the coach, if it's your mom or dad or the other fans that are yelling at you, if everything is everyone else's fault, guess what? You're done, because you can't control them. You can control you. If you have a turnover, right? A person might have fouled you a little bit, but guess what? If you were stronger with the ball, you would have went right through them, right? You would have been able to accept that contact. You're going to get fouled. You're going to have the coach critique you. You might get yelled at, right? But are you accountable? The worst thing you can do is pull out your blame list out of your sock, hold on, coach, and start blaming everything else. And you have this blame list, you got 7 things on your blame list, and you ain't on it, right? You're nowhere to be found on it. Make everything your fault, because then you can help yourself. And this all has to do with playing time. If you're not playing enough, what can you do? You can't change the coach. You can't change the refs. The refs are different every time. You're not going to change your teammates. You can change you. You can change your decision making. You can change the fact that you are accountable. Coaches love when people accept responsibility. Hey, I messed up. That's my fault. That's not her fault or his fault. I got to do better, right? But when you do that, even if it's not your fault, when you do that, you can think, you ponder, how can I get better? You don't get discouraged, you get determined to figure out solutions, okay? So hold yourself accountable. Accountability matters. Number 5, time. Do you get there before people? Or are you the last to leave? If you get there right as you're supposed to, and if you leave right away, and obviously there's circumstances where people have to leave early, right? Or everyone's late sometimes. But for the majority of the time, are you early? Do you stay late? Do you put in extra time? Now you might say, hey, the girl who's playing over me, she puts in even less time than me. Well, guess what? You haven't separated yourself enough skill-wise from her or him to play over them consistently, right? You didn't separate the gap. So now you left it up to the coach. If you are insanely better than someone, they have no choice to play you. But if you don't do the little things like get there before them, do you get a drink and are you always the last one on the court? Or are you the first one on the court? Every time you run, do you come in first, right? Do you have that mentality of I'm going to get there first to practice and I'm going to stay later than everybody. I'm going to stay here until I'm the last person here because I'm going to outwork you. So time matters. Are you early? Do you stay late? And you might say, I don't want to do that. Well, then your time here goes down. And again, time, nothing to do with skill. Nothing. That player might be better than me. They're just naturally better than me, or they've put in more time. But you can instantly change your time you put in. Even if you didn't practice in the summer, you didn't do enough skill training, whatever. Even if the season's going on now and you haven't done it, you could change it right now. I'm going to get there early. I'm going to stay late. I'm going to do something to contribute to this because I can control this. I can't control my coach. I can't. I can control what I do. I can control the amount of time. And even if you didn't put in that time, that can change in an instant. Number 6, are you a great teammate? Coaches love to see great teammates, right? Do you high five people? Do you share success? Or is it all about you, right? It's not about me, it's about we. Now that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have dreams of your own, right? And want to play, and maybe you want to play college, or you want to play professionally, or you just want to get to a higher level. That doesn't mean you shut those down. Because, again, your skills are up to you, too. However much time you put into your skills will go up, right? And that doesn't mean being a great teammate is that sacrifices the level that you should get to. You should always work to get to your highest level possible if that's what you want. But when you're a part of a team, you've got to be a great teammate. You've got to treat people with respect. You've got to give high fives, right? Great teammates, they touch, they give energy. They don't talk down to their teammates. They don't talk bad about their teammates. When they make a mistake, they bring them up. When they're down, they bring them up. Right? If a teammate gets too excited too soon, maybe they bring them down. Hey, we got a little bit of time left in this game. Let's focus. Right? And they use their words correctly. Their tonality, right? They're not talking at people, they're talking with people. They're collaborating, right? So your tonality, your body language of being a great teammate matters. Coaches love to see great teammates. Even if you are the last person off the bench, the coach is going to think of you more or increase the chances of thinking of you more when you are a great one of these, right? Great teammates matter. They matter in your family. They matter with your team. They matter in your community. It always matters. Being a great teammate falls back to how do you treat other people? And do they fail and you're happy? Or they do something good and you celebrate while you're not playing? Or is it all about you when you're on the bench? Because you're not playing, you're going to sit there and pout. But this player did something good. Do you have bad body language? Does your face droop when they do something good? Or are you celebrating? Right? Coaches love this. Right? Because it falls back to the team. Number 7. What does the team need? Now, there's a lot of ways you can approach your coach. Here's a way to approach your coach if you are thinking about, how do I get more playing time? But when you phrase it with the word I in there, what's the coach thinking about? His job is to focus on the team. He has to worry about all these different pieces. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't care about you as an individual or your individual dreams, but during that season, he's really focused on all the things that the team needs, right? He cares about you, but it's still, it's not just one player's school. It's everybody. So when you phrase a question with, what do I need to do? What does the coach automatically think? Or anybody really, when you phrase it, oh, you're only thinking about you, right? So if you phrase it like this and you want to talk to the coach, so here's a question you can ask the coach if you would like to increase your playing time, but you need to phrase it in the way that isn't always about you. What does the team need? And nowhere in that sentence does it say I. Coach, what does the team need? Coach might say, we need more rebounding. We need better help defense. We need to rotate better. We need to take care of the ball. We have too many turnovers. We need a leader out there. We need someone that brings people up instead of letting everything snowball and go downhill. Right? So you take that information and you say, okay, maybe I'm not the best ball handler on our team, but I'm not going to be instantly. I could get more rebounds instantly, right? I could be in better help spots. Or you could be a better leader. That happens like that. So again, these 7, this has nothing to do with what you did in the off season. This is for people who want to instantly increase their chances of playing time. Now, obviously, I love skill development, so you should really work on your game if you want more of that. And again, it all falls back to the point of, this girl puts in less time than me, but she plays more. And the answer to that is you have not separated yourself enough from he or she, right? You're just not separated enough. You even might be a tad bit better, but maybe you're lacking in these areas. These areas always matter. These areas can help increase your chances like that. And it has nothing to do with how awesome you dribble, has nothing to do with how great you shoot, has nothing to do with are you a phenomenal passer or are you a lockdown defender? This all falls under the frame, really, of your attitude. So these are 7 tips. And to recap, number 1, the 3 E's, energy, effort, enthusiasm. Number 2, be coachable. Want to be coached in the times that things are going wrong, when you are making mistakes. Want to be coached. 3, body language. Watch yourself on video. Everything you do, analyze it. We can take video all the time now. Use it. Number 4, accountability. Hold yourself accountable. It is your fault. Why? Even when it's not, it is your fault, because if it's you, you can change it. You can't change other people. Number 5, time. First there, last to leave. You stand out like that. Are you a great teammate? Do you high five? Do you celebrate others' success? Number 7, what does the team need? Ask the right questions. So here is a bonus tip for you. Tip number 8, you must talk and communicate if you want to increase your chances of playing more. Coaches love to see players who talk, especially on defense. If you are the most talkative, if you are the loudest, and if you are communicating effectively, even when you are tired, if you are saying, I have the ball, help on your left, help on your right, I'm in the paint. If you are talking, I have number 5, I have number 6, switch, stay. If you are communicating, coaches love to see it. Why? Because great players and great teams communicate. They let each other know where they are. This is an extremely important tip that can help you get or increase your chances of playing time. A coach will love to see you on the court if you are the most talkative and if you are communicating with your teammates. Offensively, you should communicate as well. Let people know where you are. I'm on your left, I'm on your right. But especially, I can't stress this enough, especially on defense, if you communicate as a defender, you are intimidating to the other team. It lets them know that, hey, this person knows what they're doing, they know the right spot to be in, and they can effectively communicate it. Even when you are tired, just because you start off the first 5 minutes communicating, you've got to be able to do it when you are exhausted. That's when mental toughness comes into play. So again, tip number 8, you must talk and communicate, and that will definitely help increase your chances of your playing time. Thank you for watching. Please, if you found this video of any value to you, click that like button and comment below any of the tips that really resonate with you, that really stood out to you. And please do not forget to click that subscribe button. I'm going to be putting out YouTube videos weekly. Thank you again.